Hi friends, do you know which are the transport document duly recognized under UCP 600? And if you are doing shipment by sea, then you will use which transport document? In case of container shipment, which transport document will be more appropriate? Do you know in which circumstances charter party bill of lading will be acceptable under letters of credit? Or which are the transport document which can be issued in negotiable form? Who can issue transport documents as per UCP 600? All these questions I am going to discuss today in this short video. Hi, I am Isaac Tudu. Basically, I am an ex-banker having more than 25 years of experience with State Bank of India and ICICI Bank. Now, I help trade finance professional for CDCS exam preparation. So let us understand all these questions which I have started. So let us understand transport document recognized under UCP 600. We are going to discuss 6 articles starting from article 19 to 25 deals with various transport document recognized under UCP 600. So here we go. This is the first one. UCP article 19 is related to transport document covering at least 2 different modes of transport that we call it multimodal transport document. You can see here mode, at least 2 different modes of transport will be used here, means road plus sea. You can say that if goods are being shipped from Ahmedabad to Durban port, goods will first go from Ahmedabad to Port Nhava Sheva by road, and from Nhava Sheva port it will go to Durban port, South Africa, right? So road plus sea, or you can say road plus air, like that. Whether it can be issued in negotiable form, yes, it can be issued in negotiable form. However, if the carriage does not involve a final leg by sea to the country of import, in that case, the multimodal transport document may not be classed as a negotiable document capable of transferring title by delivery or by delivery and endorsement, whichever applies. Fine, let us see another article, that is Article 20 related to bill of lading. Bill of lading means it is a case of port to port shipment, means port of loading and port of discharge will be there in MT 700. Means MT 700 you will find two field number 44E and field number 44F. Whether bill of lading can be issued in negotiable form? Yes, it can be issued in negotiable form. Next article is Article 21, which is related to non-negotiable Cway bill. It is again mode, port to port shipment, port of loading and port of discharge will be there. Negotiability, no. As name suggests, it will be issued in non-negotiable form. It cannot be issued in negotiable form. Next is Article 22, which is related to charter party bill of lading. Again, this is a port-to-port shipment. It can be issued in negotiable form. Next is Article 23, air transport document. Many of the time we will use the word airway bill. Mode is air. Whether it can be issued in negotiable form? No, it cannot be issued in negotiable form. Next, Article 24 related to 3 different type of transport document: road transport, rail transport, and inland waterway transport document. Whether these can be issued in negotiable form? No, but there is one exception where the inland waterway transport document is issued in the form of a bill of lading. Then in that case, it can be issued in negotiable form. And the last is Article 25, which is related to courier receipts, postal receipts, or certificate of posting. Negotiability? No, this cannot be issued in negotiable form. Please remember, Article 25, which is related to courier receipt, post receipt, or certificate of posting, will be applicable when these are the transport document used for shipment of goods, not for shipment of documents. So now we will cover each and every type of transport document briefly. We will not go into deep. I will prepare a separate video covering all the UCP article 19 to 25 separately. But today we are going to have a gist of all the transport document. We will start with the very first one, multimodal transport document. For that, UCP article 19 is there. Here we go. Multimodal transport document which covers at least 2 different modes of transport: shipment by road plus sea, road plus air. Means you may get in MT 700 3 fields at least: field number 44A, 44E, 44F, or maybe 44F, 44B also, right? What do we mean by mode of transport? Mode of transport means it indicates the type, nature of the transport. For example, transport by sea, by air, or by road, etc. Multimodal transport document allows goods to be sent from the beneficiary's premises to those of the applicant under a single document. In these cases, a multimodal transport operator MTO or combined transport operator CTO undertakes contractual responsibilities for ensuring that the goods are carried to their destination. The goods can be transported by a combination of different modes of transport. For example, any combination of road, sea, air, and rail. There is UCP Article 19, which deals with multimodal transport document. We need to understand MTO or CTO is not authorized to sign a transport document, means multimodal transport document as MTO or CTO, but must sign either as an agent of a named carrier or of the master or in the capacity of the carrier. Remember one more thing, that when goods are to be transported in one or more containers, the required transport document should be a multimodal transport document, as the container will be handed over to the carrier or its agent at a place other than the port of loading and will be made available to the consignee at a place other than the port of discharge, for example, a container terminal or container yard. Next is bill of lading. For that, UCP Article 20 is there. Okay. So the transport document covering the carriage of goods by sea is called a bill of lading. And here you will find two fields. Field number 44E and 44F will be there. Port of loading and port of discharge will be there. Like from Port Nawashiva going to the Durban port, South Africa, right? LC should stipulate requirement of a bill of lading only for port-to-port shipments between the port of loading and port of discharge, not in the cases where an inland place of receipt or final destination is involved. In case any of the transaction where inland place of receipt like Ahmedabad or final destination like from Port Durban going to Johannesburg, if these things are there, then better to use multimodal transport document, right? So only this should be used for port to port shipment, port of loading and port of discharge. When a bill of lading is issued in negotiable form, ownership of the goods to which the bill of lading relates can be conveyed by transferring the documents from one person to another. Issuing bank will usually require bill of lading to be made out to its order or to order of the shipper, means to order, and to be endorsed in blank or to order of the issuing bank. Rights under such bill of lading can then be transferred by endorsement and delivery. So you can say that when bill of lading is issued in negotiable form, means it indicates, you can say, title to goods. Fine. Here, the carrier will make delivery of the goods only and only when at least one original transport document, means bill of lading, has been surrendered or presented to him, duly endorsed wherever necessary. Without that, carrier will not release the goods. Fine. So for this bill of lading, UCP Article 20 is there. Bill of lading can be issued by carrier or a master captain or a named agent for or on behalf of the carrier or master. This is very brief about bill of lading. We will cover detail about bill of lading when we will cover separately UCP Article 20 in another video, right? Next is non-negotiable Cway bill. Many of the time we will call it Cway bill. For that, UCP Article 21 is there. Fine. A non-negotiable Cway bill is to be consigned to a named party, usually the issuing bank in LC transaction. These are also referred to as a straight consigned transport document. As name suggests, it will not be issued in negotiable form. Means it will be issued in straight consignment basis. So LC should stipulate requirement of a non-negotiable Cway bill only for port-to-port shipment between the port of loading and port of discharge, not in the cases where an inland place of receipt or final destination is involved, like bill of lading only. Fine. A non-negotiable Cway bill serves primarily as a transport document for use where there is a short sea journey and the delivery of the goods are not conditional upon the surrender of an original negotiable transport document like bill of lading. So understand the scenario when Cway bill will come into the picture. Very short sea journey is there. Maybe goods are basically received in the importing country, but documents are yet to be received by the issuing bank. And remember, in case of bill of lading, carrier will not release the goods unless and until at least one original bill of lading has been presented to them, right? So in that case, what will happen? Goods have already reached to the importing country. Documents are yet to be received by the issuing bank. Demurrage will start. So best way in that case, maybe applicant can go for, you can say that stipulation of non-negotiable CA bill, where carrier will not require surrender of original non-negotiable CA bill to release the goods, because goods are straight consigned here in this case, right? So a non-negotiable CA bill is not a document of title and is not negotiable document. So in this case, delivery is made by the carrier to the named consignee and is not dependent upon the surrender of an original non-negotiable CA bill. Fine. So for this, UCP Article 21 is there, which deals with non-negotiable CA bill. Non-negotiable CA bill can be issued by carrier or a master captain or named agent for or on behalf of the carrier or master captain, like in case of bill of lading, right? Next is basically charter party bill of lading. There is UCP Article 22 for this. So charter party bill of lading, shipment of large bulk consignments, that is of commodities such as oil, rice, wheat, sugar, steel, etc. will be made on a vessel hired specifically for the shipment. This hiring arrangement is called a charter party. Such arrangement may be concluded either for a period of time or for a single voyage. How you will know that this particular transport document is charter party bill of lading? Just check anywhere the word charter party is mentioned in that particular transport document or not. Fine. The party hiring the ship concludes a contract of carriage with the owner of the vessel. Means an agreement will be done between the charterer. Charterer could be applicant or beneficiary as depend on the Incoterms, and the owner of the vessel. So this is known as the charter party contract and will conclude terms such as the time period for the charter, the basis for loading and unloading of the cargo, the ports of loading and discharge, and the party responsible for the freight cost. So everything will be covered in the charter party contract, right? So charter party bill of lading are bill of lading that are issued subject to the terms and condition of a charter party. Fine. So charter party bill of lading can be issued in negotiable form as per the LC terms. A charter party may be the applicant in case of FOB Incoterms and may be beneficiary in case of CFR or CIF Incoterms. So for charter party bill of lading to be acceptable under LC, the LC must indicate that such a document is required or permitted. Remember, Article 19 related to multimodal transport document, Article 20 related to bill of lading, and Article 21 related to non-negotiable CA bill. All these three UCP articles clearly says that transport document should not be subject to charter party. That is not at all acceptable. So charter party bill of lading will be acceptable only and only when LC stipulates that, LC permits that, right? So for this charter party bill of lading, Article 22 is there. A charter party bill of lading is issued and signed by owner, master captain or charterer or the respective named agent on behalf of them, right? So remember here, role of carrier is not there, like in case of non-negotiable CA bill or bill of lading or multimodal transport document. Next is air transport document. Article 23 of UCP is there. Air transport document. An airway bill is a document covering the carriage of goods by plane from one airport to another airport. Means it is a case of airport of departure to airport of destination. So you will find field number 44E and 44F in MT 700, right? From Mumbai airport to New York airport. The transport of goods by air gives rise to the issuance of an air transport document. Issuing bank usually mentions air transport document as airway bill or air consignment note in LC transaction. Fine. An air transport document is not a document of title and is not a negotiable document. So be clear on this. Therefore, it should not require it to be issued to order or to order of a named entity. The requirement should be for an air transport document evidencing that the goods are consigned to a named entity. Means it should be straight consigned instead of to order of a named entity like in negotiable document. No, because airway bill or air transport document is not a negotiable document. The carrier in this case will deliver goods to the consignee as shown on the air transport document against proper identification without surrender of one original airway bill. For this, UCP Article 23 is there. Air transport document is issued and signed by carrier or a named agent for or on behalf of the carrier. This is very brief about air transport document. Next is road, rail or inland waterway transport document. For that, UCP Article 24 is there. Transport document covering the dispatch of goods by rail or by road are known as rail consignment notes or road consignment notes respectively. Road consignment notes are also referred to as truck waybills, truck consignment notes or CMR notes. Conventional merchandises routiers, very popular in European countries. Inland waterway transport documents can take the form of a bill of lading but will be examined under UCP Article 24 as is the case for a road or rail transport document. Fine. Road, rail or inland waterway transport document are not documents of title and are not negotiable document. But there is one exception when inland waterway transport document is issued in the form of a bill of lading. That is to order of a named entity or to order of the shipper. Fine. So carrier will deliver the goods to the named consignee at the address shown on the document, or in the case of an inland waterway transport document issued in the form of a bill of lading by the surrender of an original inland waterway transport document. Fine. UCP Article 24 applies when LC requires the presentation of road, rail or inland waterway transport document. Of these, road transport document is probably the most common in LC. And the last is Article 25, which deals with courier receipts, post receipts or certificate of posting, right? A courier receipt, post receipt or certificate of posting serves as evidence that the goods have been received by a courier service or post office for delivery and show the name and address of the consignee. Okay, so these are not documents of title and are not negotiable documents. So we need to understand that. Okay, the control over the goods remains in the care of the courier company or postal authority. Delivery will be made to the named addressee. UCP Article 25 applies when LC requires the presentation of a courier receipt, postal receipt, or certificate of posting evidencing receipt of goods for transport. Fine. We need to remember that when LC requires the presentation of a document as evidence for sending documents, notices, etc. to a named entity in the form of a courier receipt, post receipt, or certificate of posting, such documents is to be examined not against UCP Article 25, but you need to apply UCP Article 14F. Why? Because courier receipt or postal receipt has been presented as an evidence of sending the document. Okay. UCP Article 25, you will apply for examination of courier receipt, post receipt or certificate of posting only and only when these have been used for shipment of goods, not for shipment of documents. Fine. So with this, I conclude my today's video covering all the types of transport document recognized by UCP 600. I hope this video would have given some value to you. If yes, then my request to you would be that please like and share this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.